good, everybody? This is sick. Damn. So sick. What is this? Sam Mollison with Jimmy Van M. We're only gonna play one song because I can't mess around with the tracks. But I saw that this one wasn't copyrighted at all. That's some feedback. guys have a good Thursday? Almost freaking Friday. Fridays are so lit. Got some coffee. This is gonna be a long one. Dude, Florida in the mid-90s. It's a video I have to make, I know. So sick. Epic first track. Jeez. Oh yeah, and there's The Edge. There's so many great ones. Sick track. All right, Legend. Wow, this is like my favorite part. So sick. So sick. All right, Legends. Boss. All right, let's get on Instagram. Let's go through the daily news. All right, what do we have here? Mixmag, June 22nd, 2023 marks 75 years since the first members of the Windrush generation arrived in the UK. Their cultural impact has been incalculable. What is... Pardon my ignorance. What is Windrush Day? Windrush migration. Oh, Australia to Britain. Interesting. Okay. Joris Vorn at Awakenings in the spring. Holy shit. Yeah, lemonade at surf school. That's what I'm talking about. I love that. Len Faki at Fabric announced. Stupid memes. Satoshi Tomy special gift. Oh my gosh. Bushwhacker keeping it chill. His Instagram's pretty awesome. Shades of Blue, never heard of it. Throwback to Dusky at Joshua Brooks. Carl Cox. Holy shit. Oh, Carl Cox at Glastonbury. Epic. Kind of a slow day. DT, getting some love from around the industry. Dude, his Instagram's insane. Hannes Beeger. You guys see this one from today? Or from the other day? Oh my God. Dude, this is sick. Pretty sick. That's horrible. Anything else good? Dubfire in the club. Celador 10th anniversary. It's pretty sick. What? Sued Beat Showcase Amsterdam Dance Event. Anybody here going to Amsterdam Dance Event? I'm going to go this year. Holy shit. That's going to be insane. Who's going to play in that one? Kind of a slow day on the news front. Paul Kalkbrenner posted. Jody Wisternoff. Timo. Steve Lawler playing in Argentina. That's epic. All right. Slow day, slow day. Wow, orbital chime at Glastonbury. I guess that's what's happening is that a lot of people are at Glastonbury this week. I want to make a video. I don't know if I have enough freaking time to do it, but I wanted to make a video about the best performances at Glastonbury. Maybe I'll write it overnight. All right, I made a game for you guys. This went over really well yesterday, and I made another one. All right, you guys see the link. Do you guys see the link in the description for the quiz? We're going to do this. This will be our warm-up. You guys see that link? Let's do this. I made this quiz for us. I got to edit it quickly. One sec. Dashboards. Quiz. I just got to do this quickly. You're going to see it all. All right. I'll just put it on here for a sec. Let me just fill this out quickly. We're going to do a quick quiz. Oh, God. I'm just filling out the... 1 second. We're going to do this whole quiz. It's going to be freaking sick. I just need to finish this. I just need to get to 100. I'm on 81. Sick. Sick. Okay. Baller. All right, you guys ready? You guys see the quiz? Let's do this. All right, the quiz is DJ Mag Top 100 DJs 2001. All right? 20 minutes. You can find the link. I'll also put the link right here. But you can find the link in the description. And yeah. All right, you guys ready? All right, we're on the clock. Let's do this. Who do you guys think? Start shooting some names in the chat. Start shooting some names in the chat. We can like I don't know. We don't have to go in order. Let's try and finish this. Do as many as possible. (2001). I'll let you guys make the first submission, and then we'll just start firing them in. Who should we type in first? Let's try and guess. Okay, Sasha. Let's try and guess the top one. Oh, sick. Okay, Sasha's 2. Digweed. Uh-oh. Do I have to do? John Digweed. Here we go. Let's just type in all the legends. Dave Seaman. Danny Howells. 12. Tiesto. Uh-oh, I spelled Tiesto's name wrong. I always do this. I'm actually just going to edit that quickly. 1 sec. 1 second. How did I... All right, close your eyes. Oh, wait, I'll just put you on this for a sec. Oh, it's the stupid fucking E. That's dumb. Okay, we're back. We are back. Ready, set, go. Okay, so we had Sasha, John Digweed, Danny Howells, Tiesto, Dave Seaman, Paul Van Dyke, nice. Deep Dish, nice guys. Hernan, I have to type in the whole name. Hernan, 50. This was Hernan's first year on the list. Sander Kleinenberg. Nice. All right, we're doing well, we're doing well, we're doing well. Carl Cox, nice. Trying to think. I'll start thinking. Let's get Nick Warren in there. Nice. Let's get Armin. Armin. Let's get Fudge. Oakenfold. Nice. DT. Oh, DT3. That's gross. That's sick. Okay. Pete Tong. Nice. Steve Lawler, double, nice. Trying to think who 8 is. That's insane. Papa? Not 8, but... Wow, they snubbed him. Lee Burge, maybe? I'm trying to think of, like... Thinking of who was on the new breed. There you go. Sven, nice. Okay. Adam Freeland. Nice. James Lavelle, was he on the scene yet? No. Richie Houghton. Nice. Okay, what about like Jeff Mills? Nice. What about like Derek May? Oh no. Oh wait, I might be spelling Derek May. What the fuck? Oh, wow, Derek May's not on it. Satoshi Tomi, nice. Satoshi Tomi's not on it. Are you kidding me? Oh, Christopher. Who's Christopher Lawrence? Nice. Roger Sanchez. Nice. Louis Vega. No. Lil Louis Vega? No. 2001. John Carter. Wow. Snipe. Sick, bro. LA Trance DJ. That's sick. Already got Armin. Number 27. All right, we have 16 minutes. Let's try and get as many possible. What about Junior Vasquez? No. What about Jimmy Van M? What about Fatboy Slim? Now we're thinking. Is like, does Underworld count? No. Chemical Brothers? No. Oh, Chemical Brothers are on the list. Darren Emerson. Show some love. Ashley Cassell. Insane. Ashley Cassell. Who is that? OMG. Never knew. Sister Bliss. Nice. All right. Trying to think. 2001, what's going on? It's like Twilo just closed down, so it's like the peak of all that. Trying to think of Twilo residents. Oh, Eric Murillo. Maybe I'm spelling Murillo wrong. I don't know how I'm spelling that wrong. Oh, it has a K on it. There you go. List is for top DJ Mag top 100 DJs. Yeah, I'll zoom out a little. There you go. DJ Mag top 100 DJs 2001. Fergie, nice. Oh, shit. 16? Seb Fontaine, yes. Nice. What blows my mind is that, like, if you looked at, like, I can't believe these guys were genuinely, like, there's a time, like, in all of DJing where these guys were at the top. It just shows, like, bleh. It just makes me, it doesn't make me sick, like, disgusted. It just makes me sick in terms of how big the scene is. Like, it's just insane. What about Leo and Bushwhacker? Maybe not. Ralph Lawson? Judge Jules. Whoops. Holy shit, Judge Jules is high. Tall Paul. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Nick, what's good? Wow, Mike, you were at the freaking party. That's sick. All right, we're at 36 of 101. Let's really start to think. Ian Ossia. Is he on the list? No. Oh, Dave Ralph. What the hell? Already got Adam Freeland. Oh, Ferry Corsten. Oh, so who is this bro that we're missing at 8? I'm trying to think. Max Graham. Nice. LTJ Bookham. Nice. Goldie. Goldie's not on the list? Okay. Oh, nice. Laurent, obviously. John Aquavia. Who's that? Unfortunately, he's not on the list. Oh, wait. No. DJ Hype? No. Daft Punk? No. DJ Vibe? No. Reed De Silva? No. Jeff Mills already have 51. Frankie Knuckles? Oh, let's go. Shout out Frankie. Oh my God, what's his name? Used to be like intimately involved in Twilo. Trying to think of DT's friends. Groove Rider, nice. Todd Ter. Oh, here we go. All right, you guys are crushing. Francois K. Nice. Already got Jimmy Van M. Todd Terry. Nope. Derek Carter. Nice. Danny Rampling. Nice. Woo. All right, we have under 10 minutes left. We got to get above 50, obviously. Jody? No. Josh Wink? No. What the hell? What about like Taylor? Is that? Oh, what about BT? Let's go. Danny Krivet. Did BT ever? Does BT like DJ or does he just make music? Wow, no Danny Krivet. Timo Moss has to be. Let's go. That was a sick one. That was a sick one. Masters at work. Nice. David Morales. Nice. Would they include like Aphex Twin? Is that like something weird they do? Oh, Ronnie Size. Wow, no Ronnie Size. What about the guys? Oh, definitely. That's a sick guess. Express 2, nice. What about John Creamer and Stephen K? Fuck. Junior Jack. Nope. Dimitri. What is it? Dimitri from Paris? Nope. Dimitri Tiga. Nope. Craig Richards. That's a good guess. Nice. David Guetta. I just see the old clips. I wasn't sure. Oh, Youssef. Nice. All right. Let's finish up strong. Let's try to get to 60. Alistair Whitehead. Nope. Oh, what's Marco Farina? Oh, I guess there's a guy named Marco. Mark Farina. Randomly got a guy named Marco. Too many DJs. Donald Glaude? Who the hell is Donald Glaude? That's awesome. Oh, shit. All right, this is going... Okay. DJ Sneak. Baller. Doc Martin. 99, nice. All right, guys, we're crushing it. We're crushing. Already got Lee Burridge. Who's the Heeker? I would love to get that number 8 guy. Shit. That's sick. Marco Pico. Whoops. Nice. Parks and Wilson. Oh. Mauro Picotto. Let's go! Yo, snipe. Access to the Rave Zone and Darren with the tag team. Who is Mauro Picotto? I was just going to ask if there's any Italian DJs. It sounds Italian to me, but I already tried Anthony. I can't believe he's not on it. He had his freaking New Breed in 2000. I'm just stoked. All right, let's try and finish this left. Let's try and finish this left off. Come on, who are the 6 new breeds? There's Danny Howes, Anthony, Sander, Steve, Lee, and Satoshi. Shit. We already guessed all of them. Who the hell is Bad Boy Bill? No way. What? All right. I got to check this quickly. Dude, I'm about to take this guy's name from him. Oh my gosh, what a beast. Wait, John 00 Fleming? Wait, what? Oh my gosh, Armin van Helden, what a guess! Let's go. DJ Dan? Oh my god. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 2 minutes, 2 minute drill, 2 minute drill. 2 minute drill. Already, we got Armin van Helden in there. Graham Gold, I think we already did. Or did we do Max Graham? Nice. Tony Humphreys. Nice. Dave Pierce. Dude, let's go. You guys are on fire. All right, 75. We have 9 more. Let's get to 75. Frankie Knuckles already guessed. Dude, Michael Charles, you should have been in the that's peak clubbing age. You probably saw all these guys. Brandon Block, I think we already guessed. Oh my gosh, nice. I get confused with Judge Jules and everything. What about like Solar Stone? Is that no? Quiver? Already tried Lavelle, Justin Robertson. Nice. 41 seconds. Fudge. Mr. Scruff? What the? Oh my god. Yeah. DJ Hell? What a name. I think we already got him. Or he might not be on there. 10 seconds, 9, 8, slam. Woo, what a snipe at 100. Andy C. Oh my gosh. Oh, ran out of time. Okay. Dave Clark. Lisa Lashes. Oh my gosh, I spelled Anthony Papa wrong. I'm sorry. I actually didn't because I copied. Dude, F that. Okay, Anthony Papa was 33. I was freaking out for nothing. Norman J, Scott Bond, Ann Savage, John Kelly, Guy Ordinell, BK, Mario Pugh, Lottie, JFK, what a name. Hype, Diesel Boy, Andy Farley, Plump DJs, Lisa Pinup, Tidy Boys, Dave Lee, Crafty Cuts, John Please Women, Nick Sentience, that's a sick name, Chris Liberator, Stonebridge, Steve Thomas, Matt, Joe Klossel, Matt Hardwick, Basement Jacks, GGD. Okay. To be fair, I really have only ever heard of Fabio from Fabio and Groove Rider, which we should have got, and Basement Jacks. Outside of that, not saying that they're obviously they're legends. They're on this list, but I just really have never heard of any of these besides Anthony Papa, which I spelled wrong. Yo, I'd say we did pretty good. I'd say we do pretty good. I'll take that. I'll take that. All right. Should we get into why we're all here? Should we try and build this kick drum? All right. Yeah, that's good homework. I will check them all out. All right. Let's do a quick song break. Any recommendations? Any recommendations? Quick song break as we get ready for Production City. What was this track sent above way earlier? I can't use that one, sorry. Can't use Future Breeze. I need a track that's like I want a track that's just like cleared. I don't know, you guys have anything? Song recommendations. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can use this. Oh, there's no way. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Nice. Lips Like Sugar, Way Out West remix. Yo, let's go. Yo, are you kidding me?
She floats like a swan, grace on the water, lips like sugar, lips like sugar. Just when you think you've caught it,
This is great to get me in a songwriting mood.
to cross the water, she calls for you tonight to share this moonlight.
Dude, this sounds so
Floats
sick.
like a swan, grace on the water, lips like sugar, lips like sugar. Just when you think you've caught her, she glides across the water. She calls for you tonight to share this moonlight.
It's a nice little track. I'm gonna look up the lyrics.
You'll flow down her river. You'll flow down her river. You'll flow down her river. She'll ask and you'll give. Lips like sugar, sugar kisses. Lips
Dude, this is sick.
sugar kisses.
Perfect.
to other shores to laugh at how you breathe and melt into this lake. You'll flow down her river, but you'll never give. You'll flow down her river. She'll ask and you'll give. Lips like sugar, sugar kisses.
Carl Cox and Digweed dancing on the bar. That is amazing.
Sugar kisses, lips like sugar, sugar kisses, lips like sugar, sugar kisses.
You guys want to do one more song, or should we get into one more song, or should we get into Ableton? I'll do my best to come to Loveland. When is it? Loveland. Where is it? Holland? Amsterdam? Oh my gosh, they're playing a Rez remix. Or they're just playing Rez. I can't even play it though. This is it? Oh my god. Oh my gosh! Dude, this is the sickest thing ever. What the hell? You're backstage at this? Is that you right there, bro? Dude, this looks insane. All right, one more track. Let's listen to one more track. It can't be copyrighted though. I want a, let's listen to one Peak Time Club banger. I feel like this guy. Dude, yes. See you at the start. Purple shirt. Is that you back there? It's pretty good. Wow. All right, let's do one more track. One more track. You guys have any recommendations? Peak Time Club banger. Sunglasses. Yeah, dude. Good looks. Good looks. Good looks. All right. Is this peak time? Oh, shit. I think I messed the last one up, to be honest. Oh, no, we're good. Can't do that one, though, because it is, as you can see, it's protected by this copyright. Right there. No good. What about like I need to find a track that like doesn't have maybe I just want to get lit before getting into this. Does this have one? Fudge. What about I need to find my tracks with like the damn, everything is. All right. We need a all right. We need like a peak time banger that's not copyrighted. Let's think. I need your guys' help. I want to do like an edit, like a Echo Men edit. Let's see what comes out. Oh, let's go. Okay, Jakarta. This has 1 million views, bro. Like, this is going to have a copyright. Can't do that. What the hell is this? We might be... Ah, shit. Golden Globus. What a name. Oh, this looks promising. Oh my gosh, they got this one too. They're 100%. This one's definitely going to be... Yeah, we're striking out, boys. All good. Whatever. Let's just... Okay, let's revert focus. Revert focus. Today, I'm going to set the stage. Revert focus. Revert focus. Let's pull up Ableton. Hopefully the system doesn't crash. Wink. Come on, you stupid computer. Sick. Okay. Okay. Now, let's get our kick drum plugins. So let's first pick our instrument. We'll get a... I want to work with the one I had going last night, which was the kick 909 kick, and I'll find it. Wait, I don't want this. I want SP909 from Mars. Individual hits, bass drum, clean, medium. Let's figure out what we want. Instruments. Sampler. I know what I gotta do. Go to arrangement view. T. Let's do it right here. 17, 18, 19, 20. New MIDI track. Okay. Do I really have to manually connect this thing again? Okay, let's do this. All right, guys, in the chat, your favorite kick drums in the chat. Let me favorite kick drums. What tracks should we use as inspiration? Sick. Link MIDI. Oh, right. I have to add an instrument. I'm an idiot. Okay. Instruments. Boink, sampler, bass. Oh, that's to do that. Wait. What did I do? What did I do? I had like a MIDI. I was able to get a kick. Simpler. Whoa. Oh, drums. I'm an idiot. Whoops. Drum hits. Sick. Oh no. Oh no. It will always be with you. Let's freaking do this. So, all we have to do is load an instrument. I'm going to cheat. Boink. Project 001. Nope. Sick. All right, this is what we were working on yesterday, and we're just going to restart working on it. All right, so this is where we're at. I want to go through the whole tutorial, but this is where we're at. So now let's listen to inspiration for what we want to do. right, let's pull this up. Time to pull up the tracks. First one, Bedrock Emerald. Oh my gosh, let's go. Just gonna hunt for kicks. I can only play a very quick clip of it. That's a sick kick. Much lower there. That's sick. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna go back to Breeder the Chain. This kick is just like insane to me. How sick. All right, that's epic. I'm trying to think of other kicks. What do we have? Twilo Thunder? I'm like such a breeder. So sick. Okay. Well, let's just do it. We're going into the kick two tutorial. Hey, there's me. Where was... I was actually watching like a sick... One sec, let's go to my history. You guys are about to see some shit? No, I'm just kidding. Trying to get my UK visa. What is pitch? This is what I'm looking for.
How?
All right, we're getting into this, guys. Let's do this.
Long it's been from the beginning of the kick, as well as what frequency it's currently at. The transient would normally occur from the highest frequency of the kick to the mid-range frequency of the kick, and it usually lasts anything from 1 to maybe 5 milliseconds. It doesn't tend to last any longer. Sometimes you can layer another sample over your main kick, which may produce a thicker and longer transient, such as a hi-hat sample. A lot of producers layer a hi-hat sample.
All right, we're starting from the beginning.
Hi there, and welcome to our kick drum synthesis course. In this course, I'm going to take you through every module you'd find in a kick drum synth, how it works, and how to correctly apply them to get any style of kick drum you desire. If you think about it, this is going to save you so much time, as you won't have to sample surf for hours anymore just to find a kick drum that kind of fits
Everyone's
the bill.
been telling me that this is not the way to do it, that I should just use samples, but
any compromises
it's all good. Here we are.
Whatsoever. Towards the end of the course,
I just want to understand how this shit actually works.
Each of these different styles of kick drums using Kick 2 and various types of audio processing. I'm going to quickly play them back just so you can hear what they sound like yourself.
Wow, there you go, Lloyd. That's what I'm hearing. Hopefully with this, all I hope with this is that like I can learn actually like what is going on too.
So we've got
like what the
various
terms
types of
mean.
kicks here. We've got a big room, a deep house kick, a house kick, R&B, another house kick, and finally a heavy hitting techno kick. And with each and every single one of these, I am indeed using Kick 2, and with most of these, I'm using some form or loads of processing. And I'm going to go through each and every one towards the end of the course. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm going to start by taking you through Kick 2's UI. Now, Kick 2 is one of the most powerful synthesizers for kick drum creation out there. I've used quite a few kick synthesizers before, including the Ultrabeat by
Sick.
Logic Pro. Now I'm going to begin by just giving you a quick overview of Kick2's UI and an explanation as to why we're using Kick2. Now, in my opinion, I've used quite a few kick drum synthesizers before, and Kick2 is by far the easiest to work with. And because of that, it allows for complete flexibility when it comes to kick creation. Let me go over the UI and you'll understand what I mean as well. So we begin by looking at the browser. Quite simple here. You can load presets by clicking where it says default and going through all of the presets. You've got the user presets as well, which would mean that if you saved your own presets, you'll find them here. And you've got DLC, which is extra downloadable content. So if you go on Sonic Academy's website, they sell loads of different like additional preset packs that you can download for Kick2. Next, I want to look at this section here because this is the most important section of the whole synthesizer. This is a completely customizable envelope. So I can create points or nodes wherever I want, move them by holding Option on the keyboard, click and curve them, and also change their length, change their pitch.
Wow.
So
it's more or
just so
less a
you're
sine
fully
wave
aware,
generator with a specific pitch
the
curve.
y-axis is pitch, the x-axis is time.
That's interesting.
And
So
you
am I
could
wasting
also
my
increase the
time doing
envelope's
this?
length overall by clicking and dragging this over here. Now, just so you understand, I won't go through it in detail yet. I will in a few minutes, but the way a kick drum is made is simply by taking a sine wave and very quickly modulating the pitch to go down from a really high frequency to a really low frequency. So I've quickly gone ahead and created a MIDI clip, and I've set a loop around the MIDI clip. So
Okay, I need to do that. There we go. Sick. Let's go. That's cool. I think I got to go through the rite of passage of like actually learning what the hell this stuff is. So I'm just gonna like stick with
that I
this.
can press
Dude,
play.
I'm looking up videos. Like it's a joke. Like I'm looking up videos like what is pitch? Like I don't even know what any of this shit means.
You can hear the kick and hear how the kick sound changes as I move around these nodes and change the way the pitch curves from a high frequency to a low frequency. So I'll begin by pressing play. It's the kick we have right now.
It's pretty sick. Let's just fuck around with this. Wow, son of man in the house. Just depends on how well you understand envelope and shape of drums. Kick2 is pretty good for a start, to be honest. Yeah, generating a kick drum from the start isn't exactly the easiest starting point for a beginner, LOL. Yeah. All good.
I can make it a much thicker sound
How do you make it a thicker sound?
by getting it to pitch down over a longer period.
Oh, what?
can make it more like an R&B kick if I let it pitch quite low. And then if I curve
You
it
guys are all freaking masters.
and I get it to go down to roughly 80, 100 hertz very quickly, we get a lot of that punch that you get around here. If I increase the length of time the pitch remains between 1 to 200 hertz, we get more of that mid-range punch.
That's true.
I can get rid of the clickiness.
Oh my gosh. So what is going on? The longer this part is, the more punch there is. That makes sense because there's more, the longer time there is.
Like so. A couple of extra nodes were created here. I'm just going to delete them. There you go. See, you can change the sound of the kick substantially just by changing this line a little bit. So let me elaborate on this a bit more. Now, this here, this whole envelope controls just the pitch. You can see pitch is sort of pressed here like a button. And if I press amp, we've got a new line, and this would control the volume curve of the synthesizer. We're going to stick to pitch for now. So this controls the pitch of whatever oscillator waveform we have in the sub-control section. Now you see it says right now we have a sine wave, but there is a choice of a few different waves, sine, saw, square, triangle, as well as some other sample.
We want to use a
waveforms.
sine wave though, obviously.
So Kick Live is an actual live kick drum that's been sampled, placed into Kick 2, and we can adjust the pitch of that. Now, before I press play, I just want to warn you that for almost every kick, a sine wave is what you should be using. Pitch. Use whatever we have distortion that's been added. The tom presets. I'm going to put the harmonics back.
Right,
of course, you can change the pitch, but there
What does
isn't really
that
much
do?
point doing that from here because you can manually change the pitch of each node up or down. But if you want to change the pitch of all of the notes, then you
Yo, so
can just
what
move this up
what
by
does
one.
pitch?
It will change them all by one.
What
but
does
keep the
pitch
same
do?
relative
Like, are there
difference between them.
specific
That can be
pitches
quite a
I should
useful
be
feature.
using at each node?
Now, there's 3 sections to a kick drum. The first is the transient. The transient is generally produced by the higher frequencies of the kick and tends to last a very
I just want
short.
to see something. Do I like this kick? I actually like this kick.
Period of time. So just a quick tip before I explain where each section occurs. If you look over here where the mouse is hovering over, you see depending on where I've got the mouse placed, it tells us how long it's
it's
been
like
from the
coordinates.
beginning of the kick, as well as what frequency it's currently at. The transient would normally occur from the highest frequency of the kick to the mid-range frequency of the kick, and it usually lasts anything from 1 to maybe 5 milliseconds. It doesn't tend to last any longer. Sometimes you can layer another sample over your main kick, which may produce a thicker and longer transient, such as a hi-hat sample. A lot of producers layer hi-hat samples over kicks, but in the main core kick drum, the transient doesn't tend to last any longer than 5 milliseconds. So it's very, very short. I want you to hear the difference it makes when I extend the length of the transient to 5 milliseconds by moving this to the right until I see the number 5 here, 0.005 rather. And when I remove the transient
That's the
completely.
pitch.
So here it is.
So your kick is typically
a
the
long
fundamental
transient.
frequency.
Here it is with no transient. Now, if I
Makes sense.
increase where the pitch begins and increase the mid-range point, see any longer, and it starts to almost sound like a pitch sweep, which is something you don't want. You don't want the pitch sweep of the sine wave to be obvious in any way. So one more time. We lose that high click. Just double check. Yep, you can see on the amp envelope, we haven't got a fade in any way. It just begins immediately. So once you've set your transient to where you want it to be, now also normally pitch matters because the higher you get the transient to begin, the clickier it's going to seem. personally, I like to have it around the 3 to 5K range. It's not too clicky, but it's also not too dark that you're not really going to hear it. Then the rest of the kick is 2 more sections. One is
Okay, so this is our transient. Let me just see if I like it up here. I think that sounds pretty cool.
the low mid punch. Now, the bit that you feel, if you've been to a club and you felt the kick kind of punching you in the chest before, in a good way, that would be down to the
Dude, this is what I want. This is what I want.
100 hertz. So, depending on how long you get the pitch sweep to last in that frequency range, you're going to get either a weaker, less punchy kick or a thicker, more punchy kick. So, if I extend this to the right, what it's doing is it's making the pitch sweep from 294 hertz down to 41 hertz take a longer amount of time. So because the frequencies stay there longer, you're going to get more punch.
That's what I want.
Hear how punchy that suddenly became compared to
Dude, I want the full punch. That's like what I love. Why would you ever not want the full punch?
just by moving this node here, we can get so many different styles of kicks. This could be absolutely fine for a normal house track. Maybe the kick length is a bit too long, but that we wouldn't change with the kick, we would change with the amp envelope, like so. But when I drag it further to the left to about 160 or so milliseconds, we get so much more punch. I extend the length here.
Okay.
That's a really heavy.
Pretty sick.
Big room kick just by moving this.
So let's mess around with this. Oh my gosh.
Of course, you can get a lot more detailed with them as well. Not that you have to, but I could say, well, I want the frequency from around 294 to 110 to last quite a long time. So see now the pitch sweep from here to here is going to take about 90 milliseconds, which is quite a long time when it comes to kick length. And then I want it to go down to the sub very quickly. So bypass those lower 100 hertz. Maybe I want to do the opposite. I want to get down to those 100 hertz or to around 100 hertz very quickly. And then from 100 to the sub fundamental, it pitches down quite slowly instead.
Sub fundamental. That's key. Okay, one sec. Sequence and notes inverting. Oh, Jesus. Can someone explain this? Sub-fundamental. So, G1. I'm just going to go with G. I don't know. Are they supposed to all be the same thing?
So we don't have as much energy between 3 to 100, but we've got more energy between 110 to 44 hertz. So far I've gone through the transient. Transient is the first short section of the kick. It's what allows the kick to come through in smaller sound systems as well, which wouldn't produce as much bass. And it starts at the highest frequency the kick will generate. So usually for me, around 5 kilohertz. Then we've got the mid-range punch. This is between 3 to 100 hertz. This lasts generally a fairly long time. No matter the curve, it's still going to last a fairly long time. And then the final part is the sub-fundamental frequency. The sub-fundamental frequency is what determines the tuning of the kick. What I mean by that is, once the pitch curve has finished, the kick has to land at a specific pitch. And then it has to stay at that pitch for a certain period of time. This is determined by the amp envelope and the length that you choose. That pitch is the sub rumble, the deep kind of rumble you hear in the kick towards the end of its duration. So first you're going to get the transient and the punch, and then you're going to get that boom, that low end sub frequency. Now, if I extend the amp length, you'll hear it get to this point towards the end, and then you'll hear that it will sustain there for about half the duration of the kick. So the amp envelope is giving us, 600 milliseconds right now. That's its duration. We're getting to the sub frequency after 162 milliseconds. So for the rest, 450 milliseconds, we're staying at this sub frequency. Without that, we don't get that deep rumble that you hear.
Oh.
Now, there's a great way for me to demonstrate this. If I add an EQ to the track, I open up the frequency analyzer. I've just moved kick 2 out of the way quickly. You'll see that the sub frequency is this one right here. We've got the transient around here, the high frequencies, the mid-range around here.
Oh my gosh, I get it now.
Now I can kind of change the way that curve looks.
What?
By first of all, reducing the length of the kick. Now, you see how the sub frequency isn't as defined, and it's also not sustaining as long. I could also extend the mid-range, the 3 to 100 hertz. And now we've got a lot more energy here, even more so than the sub. You can find a nice medium point where you get an even amount of energy from around 300 hertz down to the sub. I could also make some parts weaker, not only using the pitch, but using the amp envelope. So if I lower the volume around the mid-range part and perhaps increase it for the sub, you see now we have a bit of a dip around here and a much more powerful sub again. So you really want to experiment with these envelopes because they can give you such drastically different results when it comes to kick drum creation. And you don't have, like I said, to sample surf for hours on end just to find a kick that's kind of right for you. You can instantly, as long as you know what you're doing, get the result you want. Now that I've explained the envelopes, I'm going to go through a few other features, and then we'll start looking at how to make specific styles of kicks. Finally, at the end, we're going to look at audio processing.
Let's go.
Now let's have a look at all of the other settings within the pitch and the amp envelope. So first of all, let's look at these three here. Snap. Simply all it does is allow you to snap the changes of the nodes to a pitch. So for example, if I move this node up, it's going to go from A2 to the next note, which would be A sharp, depending on how A specific to the next. So currently, you've chosen your gate on. If the MIDI notes which are triggering the kick are shorter than the length of the kick will abruptly cut off from wherever that point is. So if these MIDI notes have a duration that would allow the kick to play up to here, this part of the kick would not be played, it would be muted. Have a listen. See, as I'm shortening the MIDI notes,
Oh,
the kick
interesting.
is also decreasing its length. Usually, turning gate off is the best way to go, and then adjusting the length of the kick by using the amp envelope. So if you want it to be shorter, you can bring back the end of the amp envelope, making it end quicker. Just like that. Now, you've got a couple of other things. You've got curve, save, and reset. So personally, I don't think you have to use this because you can save from here the entire preset. So if I save this, now whatever preset I had loaded will be overwritten. Or if I select save as preset, I can save it as a new preset under the user presets folder. So I can call this kick tutorial 1, press save, and then load it up from here. And the difference is that this curve preset will only kick curve pitch of the synth that you've done something to. Those settings will also load on. Now these clicks are just samplers that allow you to load an audio sample and then combine it with the original kick in whatever way you choose. So if I'm looking at click 1, this would be the volume envelope for the first sample. Click 2, volume envelope for the second sample. Right now there isn't one loaded there. Click 3, volume envelope for the third sample. Now, if I select load, it will open up a browser and I could go and load in any audio sample that I want from my own personal libraries. So I could go to Kehlani sample library. Just as an example, I'll go to my minimal techno, WAVs, drum hits, and I'll load in a hat. And then this hat will be played alongside the kick if I choose to. Now, right now I've muted it. If I unmute it and I press play, you'll hear the original kick and the click, and I'll solo both of them just so you can hear how they're combining and then how they're played separately. Now I've got some really cool features that allow me to
I have a wedding this
whatever sample
weekend,
I've loaded
and then
into the sampler.
So I have a wedding on Saturday, so I'm gonna stream Friday afternoon. Saturday I'll be at the wedding. Sunday night I'll stream again.
So I can change the pitch of it. I'll solo it so you can have a listen to that.
Thanks for coming by, bro.
And I can change it in small increments if I hold Option or Alt on my keyboard. I can double click to put it back to its center position. I can change the length, but personally, I prefer going into the sampler, zooming in from here. So I'm clicking here and zooming in, and then you can drag right and left to go wherever you want on the view. Now, if I change the length from here, it just cuts it out abruptly. But if I create another node, I can get it to have a little bit of a fade out, which to me would sound a lot better. Because when you have a sharp transient sound cutting off abruptly, it can create some unwanted clicks in the actual audio file. Because what's happening is the speaker that's generating the sound is stopping its movement and potentially jumping back to its center position immediately, rather than in a smooth motion. Therefore, when you do want to make something shorter, it's best to have a little bit of a fade out using the envelope. Now you can also change its start time. So if I zoom in again, you see how there's a little bit of a gap in the beginning. Let's say I wanted to start immediately. I can increase the start time. Again, hold Option to increase it in small increments, take it to about there, and then it will begin straight away. One more thing I can do, it doesn't have many free examples, is cancellation is, and what you should do to avoid it. So we're going to go into Click 2's view, and we're going to click here where it says sub view, and there's a little blue box next to it. And what this will allow us to do is view the waveform of our main kick, as well as the waveform of our sample right beside each other. Now you'll notice that at certain parts of the waves, they are completely out of phase. So what that means is the blue line here represents our main kick, and you'll see that where the mouse is here, follow it, the blue line, our main kick, has negative polarity, and the green line, which is our sample, has positive polarity. Now let me explain the problem that this can cause. Imagine this for a moment. Let's take just one of the waves, so just the blue waveform. What this is the signal that's being fed to the speakers. Then the speaker cone is moving in this exact motion in order to generate this kick drum sound. Now imagine we're sending the speaker another wave, but that wave has completely opposite information, which means when one of the waves is telling the speaker to pull back, the other sound is telling the speaker to push forward.
Getting a little too technical for me.
And what's happening is
persevere,
the speaker
guys.
stays right in the center. Kind of like tug of war. It's like two different sounds. Now, as you do here, there, let's say slightly out to this of this sample to try and get the two sounds as much. So I could try and up the pitch of this sample to try and get the two sounds as much in phase as is in sync. Sample changes it. First kick, it flip ons is positive need to do is it however
I can't do this.
going to be with high sample is like this, cutting off all the low frequencies. So the beginning of the sample is in phase, and because that another tested both. You can pitch of the sound turn that you've touches at track one. Whatever pitches you've selected on the pitch, may also kick just a half of the curve parts. Know where the goes beyond. Zoom either see zero. The volume, no threshold, attenuate, and above the threshold.
Too insane. Too insane. All right, that was a good start. Let's look at layering kick samples, the other strategy. Oh, sick. It's Elke Klein.
Hey there, I'm Elke Klein and you're watching Deconstructed. Today I'm going to tell you something about an important aspect of the track. You might have found out that if you try to change a kick drum after, you're halfway done through the track, it's really hard and sometimes almost impossible to change it. So it's something you have to get right from the start. Now, why would you want to layer a kick drum? There's a couple of good reasons for doing so. First of all, you might not be able to find the exact sound you're looking for. Second, you might want to personalize your sound, make it a little bit more of your own. And third, and most important, you want to change your kick drum so it fits the track exactly in the best way possible.
Before I'm actually going to go into the layering of kicks, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks of samples. Tweak your kick like now, just by it into curve chords. It's really.
I'd rather do someone with Ableton, even though I want to hear what Elke has to say. I actually heard good things about this, bro.
Hey guys, it's Will from EDM Tips here. Get your technique music produced. You'll have a bass line and a kick that you feel maybe it doesn't have the tick or the punch that you want. So that is when we layer another kick sample over the top of it. And what we do is then, and the I've written.
What the hell?
And we want to get a kick that works with that. Now I've loaded up a kick in the sampler in Ableton.
Okay. New approach. Sampler. Drop samples here. 909 kick. All results. That's a K. Oh, here we go. Okay. I like this one.
And added a low pass EQ to it, which I've currently got completely untouched. And whichever DAW you're using, there will be a native low pass EQ that you can use to do this. So let's listen to the kick on its own.
I think I did the thing wrong.
Now I be in Ableton. That works very similar together. We just send these and we are over to whip hearing a kick drum. Now first, why do we want to do that? But then so we do for our bass line that I've written.
Oh, so that's a MIDI track. That's why. What the hell? There you go. Okay, and then we drag the sampler into, I remember now.
Written in Ableton Live.
So confused about how he got that. That drum. So confused about how he got that sampler in there. Kick.
Kick and a punch
My question is, are these MIDI tracks or are they just audio tracks?
in the upper end. It's now over in cross high. We can. This is the low kick on it, and more low end. Actually, peak layering. Now this one gives you even more control. So in the previous example, we were triggering kick samples from our samplers, but in this example, we are going to use audio files. And
Let's go. This is what I wanted. Thank you.
this is why.
Cool. Cool.
So we've got the exact same two kick sounds, and we've just created a little loop. And the reason why we are using audio audio is because we have even more control over the length and the shape of these. So I've actually turned the low pass and the high pass EQ off. So this is just the drums layered, completely raw. But we want the low kick not to last so long. And yes, you can use the decay parameter on your sampler, but you get a lot more control over it as an audio file. But what we are going to do is actually take away the initial click from that low kick.
Okay, so I think I need to make this a low kick.
to make sure it doesn't
Oh my gosh.
interfere with the high. And now when we add the EQ as well,
Wait, how did he do this?
of kick layering. Now this one gives you even more control. So in the previous example, we were triggering kick samples from our samplers, but in this example, we are going to use audio files, and this is why. So we've got the exact same two kick sounds, and we've just created a little loop. And the reason why we are using audio is because we have even more control. Control high pass EQ length and the shape of these. So I've actually turned the low pass and the high pass EQ off, so this is just the drums layered completely raw. But
Hmm.
we want the low kick not to last so long. And yes, you can use the decay parameter on your sampler, but you get a lot more control over it as an audio file. But what we are going to do is actually take away the initial click from that low kick. To make sure it doesn't interfere with the
Not
high.
doing this right. Let's try a different video.
Hi everyone, Da Fresh on the mic. In this video,
Hey there, I'm Ilke Klein.
What about making yours sound better?
Hi, today we're going to talk about layering sounds.
Can't deal with this guy's voice. Kick layering. 12 years ago? Yeah, right.
That sound exists. Sound like not as big, harder. I think F or F sharp. I can't tell exactly.
All right, I'm getting freaking frustrated. All good. All good. Gonna mess around for a little bit, and then gonna get back to it. Okay. First of all, I just want to mess around with some synths.
I think for the samples that we're going to be using in the course, you don't have to use the samples. but on the odd
I like the
folder
sound of this.
button, and just go to wherever you saved the sample part on your desktop. So if you click, as you can see here, and those around to grab samples, drum kit. Kick one here, I've got another, I've got two. An F over 8 and the 5, 6, 7. That's just got 30 mil6 taste. If you open it right up, and if you're wearing decent headphones, you can hear the subby end of the kick. But I want to leave some room for the bass. So just dial it back to taste, but pull it right back this way.
I like what this guy's doing a lot more. Okay. Da, 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 da. I want to learn how to do the kick with the sample.
The kick and the bass are the foundation of any electronic dance music track, and if you get
I like that actually.
The kick and the bass are the foundation of any electronic dance music track, and if you get them wrong, it could ruin an otherwise decent track. Today I want to show you how to pick or create the perfect kick drum that's going to work well with every track you produce. What are the different parts of a kick drum? How do you choose what's going to work for your genre? Should you tune that kick drum? I've got something to say about that, deadmau5. And how should you process it? All of these will be answered today. But firstly, I want to give you an example of the difference that a decent kick drum can make. So here's a track that's got the wrong kick drum. And here's another example.
Wow.
I've heard so many tracks that could have been fixed just by switching out the kick drum. It's that important. Now before we start, I want a quick shout out to my Accelerator students who have achieved some incredible things this year, including getting signed to some of the world's biggest labels and accruing millions of streams across Spotify and chart positions in Beatport. Excellent work guys, you put in the hard work and now you're getting the results. Okay, let's pick that perfect kick drum. Now I respect your time, so for speed, I've put together my 10 most used kick drums in a free sample pack that you can download below this video, which is going to save you a bunch of time, but you still need to know which one is going to work for which track. Which leads me to point number 1. There's actually no such thing as a perfect kick drum any more than there is such a thing as a perfect partner in life. Apart from my wife, of course. There are simply important characteristics that either complement or clash with the characteristics of the other elements in your track. It's kind of like wine pairing. Some wines work really well with foods and some wines don't. For example, if I was to have a Malbec on my cornflakes first thing in the morning, that would be disgusting. But if I was to have a Malbec with my fillet steak first thing in the morning, that would be an amazing way to start every day. Disclaimer, drinking wine is not the perfect way to start a day. It's whiskey. With that being said, there are certain steps you can take to picking the most appropriate kick for your track. But before we look at those steps, it's important to understand what a kick drum actually is. So let's break down the 3 constituent parts of every kick drum. So here I've got 3 examples of 3 different kick drums, and they're all made of these 3 different parts, which is the transient, which is the initial high-end, usually a click or a tick type sound. Then you've got the main body of the kick, which imparts its character and timbre. And then you've got the tail of the kick, which is the way it decays out. And that's usually the sub-frequencies which give the kick its fundamental frequency or pitch. So let's have a listen to these three kicks and have a look at the spectrum analyzer as well and see what's going on. So our first kick sounds like this. We can see our fundamental frequency here is the biggest frequency, and that's hitting at about G at the moment, G0. So let's have a listen to each of these parts. First, we're going to turn off the body and the tail and just listen to the transient. And you can hear it's just this high-end tick sound. Now let's listen to the body, and that's this.
Okay, wait. I want to do this. So this guy has a sample in there. So let's just do let's do that. Here we go.
As well and see what's going on.
Let's get the spectrum up here. Ew. Okay, this has to just come down a little bit. That's cool.
Going on. So our first kick sounds like this. We can see our fundamental frequency here is the biggest frequency, and that's hitting at about G at the moment, G0.
How do you know where that's hitting? Oh my gosh, does everything have a different... What? G0. Sick.
So let's have a listen to each of these parts. First, we're going to turn off the body and the tail and just listen to the transient. And you can hear it's just this high-end tick sound. Now let's listen to the body. And that's this.
Wait. I want to listen to the transient. OMG.
Which is more of the mid-range because the kick drum kind of... Now let's listen to the body.
Oh shit. I don't think that's right. Oh, cool.
And that's this. Which is more of the mid-range because the kick drum kind of goes from a high high frequency down to a low frequency, and if you use Kick 2, which is a synth for creating kicks, you'll actually see that in action. And then we're going to listen to the tail, which is the kind of subby thump, which we can see here is giving it that G0. So now let's have a quick look at the other two kicks we've got, just to see if the theory holds true for different types of kick. So this is the full kick all at once. So there's a really prominent transient there. Let's just listen to that on its own. Just that little clicky tick. Then we've got the body, which is kind of sounding like an acoustic kick drum almost. And then that subby rumble once again, which is giving it that fundamental frequency. Then let's listen to the third kick. Same situation. And this is more of a melodic house kick, so it's a bit more subdued, but it's still got this quite ticky transient at the beginning. Then we've got the body, which is the main character, which gives it that feeling of an acoustic kick drum, and then the tail, which is the sub frequency, and you can see here it's hitting at about F. Okay, so that's all very well and good. Now we know what different parts make up a kick drum, but the important thing is how you can pick the right kick for your track. And it's all to do with track hierarchy. So let me explain. If you start off your track with a bass sound, then you have to pick a kick that is going to work with that bass sound. Conversely, if you start your track with a kick drum, you then have to pick a bass sound that's going to work with that kick drum. And if you start your track with any other element like vocals, synths, or whatever, you'll still have to pick either the kick before the...
I just want to go through and try and find like... Kind of like this. Let me see if this... Oh, wait, this might... Can I split that? Oh my gosh, let's go. Wow. Dude, I can do this. Dude, I can do this.
The bass or the bass before the kick, so my point still stands. Now, the bass of a track will usually impart more character than the kick drum, and for that reason I would say selecting your bass first is more important than the kick, because you can always find a kick to work with that bass. And if you want me to make a video covering how to select the perfect bass for your track, let me know in the comments below this video. Is that something that you'd be interested to learn? Bass is boss. So the question then becomes, which kind of kick is going to work with the bass that you already have? Well, I've tried very hard to devise methods by which you can organize your kick drums by genre, but it doesn't always work because you can use multiple kick drums across multiple genres, although there are admittedly a couple of rules of thumb, such as tech house will usually have a 909 kick, trap will often have an 808 kick, which often doubles as the bass line. Techno will sometimes have a distorted kick, and trance almost always has a really punchy and powerful kick. But as I said, this is just a rule of thumb, so it's always better to match your kick perfectly to the specific track you're working on. So here are the steps I go through to pick the perfect kick drum. And yes, it's true that you can layer several kick drums to create the perfect kick drum, but the longer I do this, and it's been quite a long time now, the more I realize it's way better to just spend an extra 10 minutes picking a kick drum that works really well with your track, rather than trying to shoehorn together several different kick drums and try and make it work. So here's how to do it. Now the first thing I do is program in the kick in MIDI. You can use audio instead of MIDI, but I like MIDI for a couple of reasons that will become apparent shortly. One is that you can really quickly hot swap out those samples, but you can also change the pitch of the kick, which we'll be touching upon soon, very, very quickly. So that's how kick pattern programmed in, nice and easy. Now right off the bat, I'm going to say that you should always be aware of the
Okay, so let's load a sampler. Drums. Drum rack. Whoops. Sampler. Oh my gosh. What does tape do? Yes. Okay. I like the tube. Sick. Why is it so baby though? Oh, that's a good idea, Tom. Okay. So let's make bass line or melody then. Let's move over to that. So we have a MIDI. All right, let's find a bass. Finally understand how sample works. Sampler. So then let's just drop a sample. Samples. Boink. Bass, 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 bass. Analog bass. Any good bass horrible bass sounds. It's pretty cool. Yo, Tom, do you have any hints on where to find a good bass sound? I can't do that. Okay, one sec. Best bass sounds. Should we get an 808 bass? Oh, wait. Imagine this track actually gets released and it goes into Beatport Top 10. Dude, that's coming, I promise. I just need... Oh, vinyl synths.
How to make vinyl synth samples.
Okay. Guys, I need some help. I need some help. Where do I look in Ableton to get like a bass? That's not like this shit. The worst thing ever. Hell no. Oh, let's go. Kind of like this basic trigger bass. All these basses suck. Oh, those ones are trash, sorry. These are all the same ones. Shit. Okay, I thought I had one before. Was this it? Do you have analog or operator instruments? I think I do have analog instruments. I don't really know though. We just saw that one that I liked. It was decent. I think it has a download in the description. It's a good point.
The kick and the bass are the foundation of any electronic dance music track, and if you get them wrong, it could ruin an otherwise
Dude, my shit's lagging.
decent track. Today I want to show you how to pick or
Da, da, da. 10 favorite kicks. If so, instruments, analog, operator, bass, operator. Operator. Oh, here it is. Nice one, dude. Check DMs. Checking DMs. Where's the DM? Okay. Mm. Wow. Wow. Acid. Hmm. Sent you a link on Instagram for Ableton Bass. Oh, I think I remember seeing that. Got it. I'm in Instagram. I don't see it though, bro. One sec.
I duplicate my bass. In this video, simple pitch some harmonic, drive around 8 on the drive and the volume up here it.
One sec. Okay, let's go back to this one. Okay, because wavetable. Wait, what the hell? Basic mellow bass. So let's mute this. Mute the kick. Let's mute the clap. Pretty frustrated. So difficult, honestly. So difficult. All right. I think I'm gonna give up. I think I'm gonna give up. All right, guys. This is really tough. I'm not giving up, but tonight I think I'm gonna call it. I got to figure this out. All right. Thank you for coming. I will get better at this. Peace.